Since you're here, did that girl fuck your baby daddy?
Or did he just click on her?
Oh, Lord.
Because you said Ben. You said Ben.
Jayda has been quiet for too long because since season 1 of Impact, she's been clocking that shade. Check on y'all BDs. What exactly do you mean by that? Are you messing with my BD or not? All they did was gaslight Jayda on that show. That whole animosity cover-up was BS.
So the rumors weren't just rumors after all. Ari Fletcher has basically confirmed what people have been whispering for years, that she got involved with Lil Baby while he was still tied to Jayda, and now she's talking like it was never even a challenge. According to Jayda, Ari didn't just cross a line, she played in her face, acting friendly while moving behind the scenes and making Jayda look insecure for even questioning it. And instead of denying it or keeping it classy, Ari's leaning all the way in, saying Jayda simply wasn't enough for him and she doesn't regret a thing. In her mind, she didn't steal anything, she just took what was already halfway gone. The wildest part, she's treating the whole situation like a win, not a scandal.
If a bitch don't like me right now, word to your mama, you're gonna hate me this year. Bitches is gonna be manifesting up on me the way I'm on some shit.
Everybody keeps saying this came out of nowhere, but when you really look back, the signs were there. Jayda and Ari weren't just casual acquaintances, they were genuinely cool at one point. They hung out, laughed together, and even had their kids around each other. That's why this whole situation feels extra grimy. While Jayda thought she was building a friendship, Ari was allegedly building a connection with Lil Baby behind the scenes. And it wasn't just him, there were whispers she was competing with other women in his life too. The wild part is, Jayda didn't blow things up publicly when she first suspected something. She just quietly distanced herself. No mess, no scenes. But by the time they both ended up in the same spaces again, the energy had clearly shifted. Ari acted confused about why Jayda was being distant. But Jayda already knew what was up. She just chose to stay quiet instead of exposing everything right then.
I don't know, that shit do be affecting me because it's like she'll do certain shit to make me believe like the internet might actually be right on what they talking about. She posted on her close friend and said, check on y'all BDs. So I'm like, shit, do I need to call Dominique? Like, what's going on? I feel hit. Right. In this gap, I feel hit because I know you done said some shit on your close friends before that was 100% about me and my friend.
So she been throwing shade.
Yeah. When I saw the post, I said, Ari, please. Because, like, girl, what you talking about? She said, what? I said, you be confusing me. She said, what is you talking about? Why you say, Ari, please? That's that weird shit I be talking about. I said, no, because you be posting shit on your stories and I be confused, especially the check on y'all BDs. I go to feeling like it's about me. She said, Jayda, what? I think something's wrong with you. This how I know it's like you got some secret animosity with me, because why would I be talking about you and my close friends? You're weird. I said, I don't post subliminal shit that you could even...
Jayda wasn't imagining things at all. That message hit too close to home for a reason and she clocked it immediately. But the moment she tried to address it, Ari flipped the script fast. Instead of owning anything, she labeled Jayda as insecure, basically gaslighting her into questioning her own intuition. Ari played it off like, why would I ever do something like that to a friend? And that's what really made the situation messy, because when manipulation is wrapped in friendship, it's hard to prove until the truth finally surfaces. Once the show aired, the internet did what it always does, and turned Jayda into the villain. She was painted as bitter, jealous, and pressed over Ari. People said she wasn't relatable anymore, that she was acting weird, and that Ari was just being Ari. The backlash got so intense that Jayda eventually stepped away from the spotlight altogether. She didn't argue, didn't clap back, didn't expose anything, she just went quiet. And at the time, people took that silence as guilt. But what folks didn't realize was that Jayda was playing the long game. She wasn't scrambling to defend herself online because she knew the truth had a way of surfacing on its own. She waited, she watched, and she kept her receipts tucked away while Ari leaned into the narrative, soaking up attention and acting unbothered. Now that everything is finally coming out, it's clear Jayda wasn't paranoid or reaching. She was reacting to betrayal in real time while being painted as the problem. This moment wasn't about revenge, it was about validation. The timing wasn't accidental either. Jayda chose now because now the dots connect, the behavior makes sense, and the story everyone laughed at before suddenly doesn't sound so crazy after all.
That way, now that I'm on Accutane, I'm good. It's like I'm not purging. Them rumors are true. No shade. That's been going on. That's been a thing.
Jayda made it crystal clear she wasn't walking anything back. She said flat out that the rumors about Ari and Lil Baby weren't lies, and that the situation had been going on for a while behind the scenes. When people tried to press her like she might be exaggerating, she doubled down and basically said she has way too much to lose to be making up stories that could get her sued. That kind of confidence made people stop and really listen, because she wasn't speaking like someone guessing. She sounded like someone who knew. What made it messier is that Ari has been publicly with Moneybagg Yo since 2019, so now folks are side-eyeing everything. Either their relationship has very loose boundaries, or there was overlap that Ari never addressed. That's why people started saying Ari moves however she wants as long as the lifestyle matches. Fair or not, that's the narrative gaining traction online. Instead of clearing anything up directly, Jayda tweeted that people keep saying they want the old Ari back, calling that version of herself low down, dirty, and cutthroat. It sounded almost like a confession wrapped in sarcasm. She also dropped a link saying she'd go live to talk, but when she did, she danced around the topic and focused more on promoting her brand than actually responding to the accusations. That move didn't help her case. To a lot of viewers, it felt like she was deflecting instead of denying. Meanwhile, Jada's calm, firm tone made her look more believable by the day.
This is my program. This is my program. I'm on my time. And I told y'all that last year. And I told y'all that this year. This is my shit. Anyway. And secondly, oh my God, y'all are so nosy. I can't even read. Y'all, we just at a remedy shoot. We just having a good old, grand old time.
And people were definitely clocking to silence. Online, the consensus quickly became, if Ari isn't denying it, then there's probably some truth there. This is the same Ari who never hesitates to clap back, call somebody broke, ugly, or irrelevant the second she feels crossed. So for her to suddenly go quiet when it comes to Jayda, yeah, folks weren't buying that as coincidence. Behind the scenes, Jayda and her sister Jasmine were reportedly playing it smart. They weren't rushing to Instagram lives or messy subtweets. According to people close to them, they were waiting for Ari to say the wrong thing so they could drop receipts and shut everything down in one clean sweep. And Jasmine didn't help Ari's case at all when she hinted that they absolutely had proof and were fully prepared to release it if pushed. But before Jayda even had to lift a finger, the plot thickened. Super Peach unexpectedly stepped into the chat, and that's when things got even messier. She claimed that this whole situation wasn't as black and white as people were making it seem. According to her, Jayda wasn't innocent either. Super Peach alleged that before Ari ever got involved, Jayda had taken Lil Baby from her own friend Emily. If that's true, then this wasn't just betrayal, it was a full circle moment. That's when the narrative shifted. Some people started saying Ari didn't steal anything, she just did to Jayda what Jayda allegedly did to someone else. Same game, different round. And while that doesn't magically make Ari right, it complicates the victim storyline people were ready to give Jayda. At this point, the situation stopped being about one sneaky link and turned into a pattern, a messy cycle of overlapping relationships, blurred loyalty, and women falling out over a man who never seems to take accountability. And the wildest part? Lil Baby is still moving like none of this is his problem, while the women are left fighting narratives online.
You even was friends with a bitch. The white girl, Emily, she was your friend, then you fucked Baby, so that karma hitting that ass. So bitch, you wanna cut some rumor, let's clear up them dirty ass.
Emily eventually stepped forward to back up what Super Peach had been saying, claiming the history really did go back further than people thought. But before the internet could fully run with that version of events, Jayda's sister Jasmine jumped in and basically shut the whole thing down. Jasmine didn't mince words either. She accused Emily of trying to rewrite history for attention and clout, saying there was never a real relationship to begin with. According to her, Emily already knew where she stood with Lil Baby and even gave the green light at one point because she understood he wasn't serious about her. Jasmine also brought up old timelines and friendships, arguing that if people were going to start digging into who talked to who first, a lot more names would get dragged into the mess. Her main point was simple: don't try to paint Jayda as the villain now when everybody involved has had complicated situations in the past. That clapback only made the situation louder. Instead of clearing things up, it turned the drama into a full-blown back and forth about loyalty, timelines, and who really owed who anything. Social media did what it always does best: pick sides and ran with it. Then Ari added fuel to the fire. In a moment that had blogs working overtime, Ari basically confirmed that something did happen between her and Lil Baby. She didn't go into details, but her attitude was what caught people's attention. She made it clear she wasn't losing sleep over it and suggested that she and Jayda were never real-life friends to begin with, more like internet associates who were cool in public but didn't have genuine loyalty behind the scenes. From Ari's perspective, there were no rules to break. She implied that people were putting expectations on a friendship that didn't actually exist the way outsiders thought it did. And since she didn't feel bound by any sister code, she didn't see herself as having betrayed anyone. But the internet wasn't exactly buying that explanation. A lot of people pointed out that regardless of how real the friendship was, the two women had been seen together, around each other's kids, and moving like friends for a period of time. To them, that was enough to expect a certain level of respect. Others felt like Ari was only owning up to it now because the story had already blown up and there was no way to deny it anymore. Some critics even argue that Ari has a history of being loud and confrontational when defending herself, so the calmer, almost dismissive response this time felt strategic, like damage control rather than honesty. Meanwhile, Jayda supporters felt vindicated. For a long time, they believed she was being labeled jealous or bitter every time she distanced herself from Ari. Now they see her earlier instincts as justified. Old clips and moments from shows and interviews are being re-examined, with fans saying the tension makes a lot more sense in hindsight. But there's also a bigger conversation happening under all the mess. Plenty of people are asking why the women are the ones being put under a microscope, while Lil Baby's name floats through the drama with far less scrutiny. He's the common link in every version of the story, yet most of the outrage is aimed at who betrayed who owed loyalty, and who was fake. At the end of the day, the situation highlights how blurry friendship can get in influencer and celebrity circles, where public closeness doesn't always match private reality. Were they best friends, acquaintances, frenemies? That part may never be fully clear. What is clear is that once personal history mixes with fame, relationships, and social media narratives, things get messy fast, and everybody involved ends up with their name trending for reasons they probably didn't expect. Now the real question people keep debating is this: does Ari truly owe Jayda loyalty if she says they were never real friends, or is there still an unspoken code when kids, relationships, and shared spaces are involved? That's the part the internet can't seem to agree on.